2015, we sat around and ordered a pizza and we wrote a bunch of goals. First few goals were like, release 3 albums in 3 years, everybody buy a house, all this kind of stuff, all through music. And all of that has been achieved and some, The new set of goals which we set was like to Europe, get to America, try and aim big, aim for the moon, land on the stars type mentality. And look, it's working, and we haven't even landed in Amsterdam and it's sold out. So it's just, it's a buzz, man.
Ooh, I feel it everywhere. It's cold breathing in the dark. Take me on, I'll lead you there. And call me, will you be fine?
It's our first time coming to Europe. It's crazy to know that we have fans in Amsterdam and already, in Holland, which is super special, and I'm sure it's going to be an amazing show. I've heard really good things about the venue, and everyone's like, "Oh, Paradiso, yeah, that's the spot,"
Where did you get your most important reggae source?
So I would say that a lot of L.a.b's influences come from here. The whole culture of reggae music in this country is absolutely huge, and it was kind of a poignant time back in the 80s. Bob Marley came to New Zealand, and it was like a game-changing moment for the music of this country. But I would nearly say that, L.a.b's sound is influenced a lot by the British reggae as well, like the UB40 kind of sound, and kind of punky reggae as well, kind of like the more rough around the edges style of reggae.
Yeah. Things like Black Uhuru and...
Black Uhuru, exactly, man. Exactly. Stuff like that.
It's evident you want me now, baby. My heart's beating on the floor.
How do you feel when I say there's a lot of Marvin Gaye in your music?
That's a compliment, man. One of the elements, I should say, of the sound of L.a.b is soul R&B for sure. That's kind of where my flavor probably comes a little more into the sound of the band as a singer, and I was brought up listening to Bill Withers and Donny Hathaway and people like that. Yeah, in the studio, that's definitely stuff we pull from in the sense of the sonicness of those records of the 70s,
Ooh, I get that feeling. Can I take you on the ride?
When I joined the band and when the band started, we sat down and we really realized that we love that music from the 70s. We love that sonicness, whether it's like Iron Maiden albums of Black Sabbath, or it's Bob Marley, or it's Marvin Gaye, or Bill Withers. It's all the same. That era seemed to resonate the most.
When you decided to release your first album, you called it L.a.b. 1. Then came L.a.b. 2, and the next one will be L.a.b. 6.
So we're releasing some singles in the next 2 months, and the album will be coming out in February now. It's been a 2-year process of recording this one, because in the past we've kind of managed to finish an album and produce an album every single year, and we decided that we should take a bit of a break and concentrate on touring. So this album 6 has taken a little bit longer, which has been nice though, to kind of sit back on the songs and really pick and choose what we want to put on there. I wouldn't say it's been incredibly easy to create that much content and music in the last 6-7 years. There has been times where it's been tough, but majority of the time it just comes naturally to us, and we enjoy the process of recording and producing a body of work, like a whole album. Creatively, we're very lucky to have, like this just never-ending kind of, it just flows. But every time we're in the studio, it just works, and we get in a room and we pull the guitars out, and yeah, there's kind of no secret to it. We just do it. We just get in there and we get it done. A couple of years ago, the pressure of the success in our own country, New Zealand, we were doing really well, and we still are. It's sometimes it's hard to get in the studio and try and create that thing again. As soon as we stopped thinking about trying to create the next one, you know what I mean? The floodgates open. We started creating music properly again. I guess the toughness comes from just being in a situation where you're having to release an album. It's like, well, by the end of this year, the record label want another album, and the fans want more music, so you feel that pressure, I think we're one of those bands that's driven by goals and deadlines. So if somebody says, hey, we need something by this date, we'll give it to you. So it's kind of internalize that mentality, I suppose.
Is Take It Away, is it the sound of the album, or is Take It Away just one of the sounds?
It's one of the sounds for sure. It's a typical L.a.b album where there's a few surprises. There's even a song on the album that Brad sings, which is the first time in the history of the band that there's a song that he just sings that I'm not singing. So that's kind of cool, Brad's the main songwriter of the band, the drummer. So it's quite cool to hear him singing a track on the album.